So we had a couple more trailers that dropped, but before we get into the trailers, um, the Amazing Spider-Man on Disney Plus.
Uh-huh.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, your friendly
Yes.
neighborhood Spider-Man.
Mhm.
I thought I was watching just one episode last night.
Oop,
I ended up watching 3 more episodes.
3 more.
Yeah,
We're on the
the first two they aired the first two last
Right.
week.
Right. Right.
This week
Right.
it's
And then,
three.
yeah.
Yeah.
They dropped three
Oh
because
yeah,
I
Schedule.
yeah.
Well-
Everyone's dropping in batches. This
I don't like that.
I
and I
know.
was confused because one, I was half tired, so I'm like, oh, they dropped 2 episodes this week, and then it said next episode. I said next episode.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Screw it, I'm watching it
The
now.
way their schedule is. The
Mm.
way their schedule is, this Wednesday was 3. The next Monday is going to be 2. The Wednesday after that is going to be 3, and the Wednesday after that's going to be 2.
Well, damn,
So it's going to a 3-2. It's going to a 3-2 format.
man.
Fucking what?
That is a weird release.
That's really unusual.
Very much so.
Wait, when does this end? Does anybody know the date?
I think that it
that-
seems next
sounds
month.
like-
I think they're trying to
in
clear the
March.
way for. I think they're trying to clear the way for Daredevil. I guess.
Yeah. So it'll be wrapped up before Born Again. So
Okay.
it'll probably be wrapped up before March.
Mm,
But that's
Okay,
a whole different
okay.
audience. Well, what do you
Exactly.
mean?
sorry.
The
Sorry.
animated audience is clearly a little bit more younger centric versus Daredevil, which is going to be more towards adult based.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
why are they panicking though? They're still going to
Hey,
get
yo.
viewers.
Yeah.
Yep.
They want to clear. They want to clear.
Yeah.
Too much invested. They want to clear the slate.
Marvel's moving.
Yeah,
fucking
but
And
they
maybe
have
they should
time.
have done it after instead of before, so they can give it time to breathe.
They
That's
Or at
moving
least
weird.
earlier, one or the
That
other,
too.
because you figure after Daredevil's run, Thunderbolts drops.
I was about to say the only reason why I can
Right.
think that they want to rush this out is because if anything in that animation really affects some of the movies, and I can't see the overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a moment where that was the case. Like they had a show
Exactly.
released.
Yeah.
By the time the show done, you got maybe like a week or two spaced in between, and then they drop either a show or a movie, which most of the
Mhm.
time it was a movie. And then
Yeah.
by the time the movie's run was done, which is right at this time now, 3 weeks, 4, depending on how popular it is, then you spill into another show like maybe a month later.
Wait,
You
do
know.
we-
Yeah.
Are you going to talk about the anime crossover with Captain America? Do we know?
No.
about it?
I know about it, but I didn't get to read that article.
Look, what the fuck is going on? I just need somebody to explain. Sit me down and tell me what direction
What?
are y'all going in.
What are y'all talking about?
So there's going to be a crossover, and there's going to be like a animated short before
Mhm.
the Captain America movie,
Uh huh.
and it's going to be a crossover with My Hero and Marvel.
Oh, it's a collaboration.
Yeah,
That's just a
that's
collaboration.
been there that's been there for a minute.
Yeah.
I think a couple years ago they did a Deadpool manga. He met All Might.
Yeah. It's just a short one shot.
Oh,
Right.
so sort of like when they do the Justice League versus Godzilla type of thing. It just
Ding ding.
we're just gonna do it and then call and it's not canon because nobody never mentions it again.
Yeah, that same with what was it? Attack on Avengers. It was like a 4-page spread in like a larger magazine they had at one point. And yeah, and then there was another one I can't think of. Yeah, they had like a short Deadpool All Might crossover because
Yep.
I mean that dude's like in love with American superheroes anyway, so it makes sense.
Yeah. As far as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, I'm enjoying it. It's different.
They also said where they are on the timeline in I think the 3rd episode.
Yeah, there's some differences.
Mm-hmm.
It goes along 616, but there's some very slight differences, and if you know what those differences are, but yeah, it's
Mhm.
fun.
I mean, aside from
Shout out to
that-
Aneras Quiones, who voices several characters on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun. Seeing Lonnie Lincoln and seeing this turn that's prone to happen.
Yeah.
The whole Nico angle, That's different. The whole thing is different.
Mhm.
Peter can't keep a secret for shit.
Yeah.
Why
And
Cap?
it's just
Whatever gives you that idea.
it's just like, damn. I'm like, damn, boy, you got discovered first round out, and then not even 2 episodes later, found out again.
Who changes in the hallway? In a hallway?
Immediately
I
said,
was just like, you couldn't
"What
make it to the
world
roof.
are you living in?
I was like, you couldn't try to get into the roof first.
Yeah,
You just got
I'm
clipped
thinking.
outside trying to save somebody in your suit. Luckily, you really think that nobody's watching you in a highly secured building?
yeah.
Buddy who took the brick to the face, he's definitely dead, right? Like, there's,
No, he's still alive.
No,
I was gonna say, there's no way you're not like mildly king. That's at least a coma because that thing flew back at Mach speed and just.
no.
Dang.
He's
Oh,
just
yeah.
he's just knocked out. He's just out for a minute. He's
Yeah.
not Batman coma because Batman. You're just like you wake up and you're just like, yeah, I'm changing my life altogether. It's like,
I'm just. Craig didn't hit Debo that damn hard. That boy got hit with web swing speed.
Right.
Between that
but
and the burning gentrification man who got slapped into sleep on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thud.
yes,
Did I
no,
not
but
get
it's definitely a fun show. Phil
didn't mean
Lamar is
to hit
also
you that
on this show. He does the voice of Lonnie Lincoln's father. So quick in your minutes, it's literally 2 scenes in 2 different episodes.
Wait, who
Yeah.
was?
Phil Lamar.
Oh yeah, I did see him postseason.
I thought it was the teacher.
No. He's the dad.
Yeah. It's literally like maybe 2 lines in one episode and maybe 1 or 2 in another one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even you miss it. You completely miss it. But yeah, it's definitely a fun show to watch. I've definitely enjoyed it. It's giving obviously multiverse because we've seen it in the first episode where Doctor Strange shows up and he literally is just like, I am not supposed to be here.
Which I thought
Like,
was so great when he said that. He said, I'm not supposed
I
to
am
be here.
not supposed to be here. And it was like, oh, he's gone. So that's kind of like putting you out there saying this is not the 616. And if you've watched What If you watched Loki, if you watched anything multiversal dealing with Marvel up until this point, some things can stay the same, some things will change. So now that we know that's okay. Latest episode dealt with the different identities, and if you've read Spider-Man from the late 90s, early 2000s, he had several identities he went by.
Yep.
And he wears those suits. And I'm like, Jesus. Ricochet in this shit. Okay. Doesn't last long, but it's just whatever. Coleman got that shit on Domingo, is doing a fantastic job as Norman Osborn. Not gonna lie. The character designs in this show is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Pretty damn good.
I like it really gives that comic book, the early days comic book feel to it, panel by panel. You don't see a lot of detail, but you still see the
influences.
Yeah, you see that. It's genuine and I love it. Just reminds me of Steve Ditko back in the day. He was drawing Spider-Man when he first came out.
Yeah, I love it. Like
exactly, Zori. Exactly.
Upper,
I'm on board with that.
Or I'm sorry, at the end credits, when they show all the character faces, and it reminds you like what you see in the upper left-hand quarter of the older Spider-Man comic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It has that same style. Jeff Tramiel. Shout out to Jeff Tramiel for he's leading the charge of this thing, which he did several. I think he did quite a few episodes of Craig of the Creek. So
6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Jeff, come on through the show, man. We got room.